Good morning, Tompkin Options traders and investors. Matt Buckley, call sign Whiz, the primary and weekly options model portfolio manager here at TGO. And got some interesting earnings pre-market. Family Dollar reported weaker than expected results. Stocks obviously down pre-market, a couple bucks here, almost $3. Not necessarily good news for the economy, right? Family Dollar said, financial conditions of their clientele aren't good. So we are really starting to see the impact of the Obama tax increases. We haven't even begun to see the impact of the sequester on unemployment and retail numbers. So it's the seasonality that I've talked about before for the past 3 years around this time of the year. April's usually been pretty strong, but the sell in May and go away has been pretty fierce. So is that going to continue for this year? I think it's going to. A lot of canaries in the coal mine starting to drop dead here, whether it's a low VIX, a rally in gold, or even bonds. The stock market's been going up recently, but bonds have been as well, and usually there's an inverse relationship between those two. So as we see the stock market rally and bonds rally, guess what? That means that people are getting a little creeped out with what's going on. Now, the crazy guy over in North Korea might light one off today or Monday. I think the birthday is his grandfather or whatever. So, whether it's Cyprus, whether it's North Korea, none of these world events are necessarily, they might cause our market to flinch, but still the Fed with its $85 billion a month of asset purchases are holding this market up. What's going to bring this market down? As I said, weak corporate earnings. And we should see some very interesting earnings on Friday with J.P. Morgan and Wells Fargo starting to get into some of the banks next week as well, regional banks, which really should show us the health of this economy. Last night, the market's also going to be up today on trade balance data with China. They're actually importing a little bit more than they're exporting to us, which is a good thing. Obviously helps out companies here domestically in the United States. FOMC minutes come out this afternoon. We'll yawn through about half of those because we know the rate that they're targeting, et cetera, et cetera. However, it's going to be interesting to see, as you've seen over the past couple weeks, the past couple months, that some of the Fed governors are starting to run out the microphones and do the old, hey, I'm getting a little creeped out about what we're doing. Think we might think about kind of sort of ending this. So they're prepping the battlefield to let the market know that someday this is going to end, like Colonel Kilgore said in Apocalypse Now. Someday all this quantitative easing is going to end, and they don't want it to be a cold shower to the market because that would be absolutely brutal. This afternoon, also taking a look at the federal budget balance and our deficit. Going to be very interesting to see those numbers, folks. The president rolled out his budget today. Just absolutely unbelievable. I mean, he's got a couple head fakes to maybe some entitlement cuts to Social Security et al., but nothing really. I mean, on the left, some Democrats are claiming faux outrage. How dare you even take a penny from this? Well, they're trying to give him political cover for maybe trying to move a little bit, but Republicans aren't even going to flinch here. I mean, so we'll see what the data say this afternoon. We've been running a budget deficit over the past 4 quarters of about 5.8% of GDP, and the Obama budget is trying to get the deficit to about 1.7% of GDP by 2023. That's not even... That's insane. The Republican proposal has us with a 0% deficit in up to 10 years through entitlement cuts and no tax increases. And the budget submitted by the president has the so-called Buffett rule, again going after millionaires to pay at least 30% of their income to Uncle Sam because, they need more money. Hopefully you saw last night, I got news from my buddy who's the skipper of the Blue Angels. The Blue Angels have canceled their season. The Thunderbirds, United States Air Force Thunderbirds, have canceled their season due to sequestration. But the president and Michelle had a private party at the White House last night with Justin Timberlake and Queen Latifah and all these other folks. So we have time on taxpayers' money to have these type of things at the White House, but we're going to cancel the Blue Angels season and cut military spending when we got a guy who's about to light off a nuke. Makes sense to me. So stand by for a little bit of a market rally today. I think we're still going to do this lurching back and forth that we've seen in the past couple weeks as we really get into the heat of earnings season. Remember, financials tend to lead us into and out of a recession, so I'm going to be watching the financials a lot. Friday, folks, we're going to have a live trading session about weekly options. Been having an absolute blast trading our weekly options. We have a Chipotle Iron Condor and an SPX Iron Condor on for the week that are looking pretty good. So come check out Friday. The video will redirect to an opt-in page where you can just click real quick and join us for one of 2 live trading webinars on Friday, either 1 p.m. or 4:30 p.m. If you can't make those, go ahead and register anyway so we can send you the replay about what I talk about and what weekly trades I add to my model portfolio here at Top Gun Options, and manage for max performance there, or eject for minimum loss. Okay, so happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Got to go trading, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow with Thursday's SITREP. We'll see you.